Hey, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading about the person who came to mind and your connection to each other. Today's reading is going to be all about the next time you see this person. So we're going to get started with some archetype cards as well as some alchemy and energy cards to get a good read of what this interaction will be like, how it will come about. We'll also pull some tarot to see what this person will be thinking and feeling during this experience, as well as some channeled messages to see what they will say to you or what they will want to say to you. We'll get tiles and charms and astro dice later on in the reading for extra info and confirmation. And then as always, we will end today's reading with a short message just for you from universe, whatever you need to hear the most at this time to help do a good reset and bring the focus back toward yourself again. So we're going to hop into it, you guys. Before we begin, I want to kind of just let you know right out the gate that it seems like here we're talking about a connection where you're probably not in communication with this person presently. So if you're talking or if you're hoping to receive a reading about like a current partner or somebody that you have a current connection with in the 3D, you might want to check out another reading on my channel. You're welcome to head over to my pop-up reading playlist or scroll through, whatever you would like to do. Because I've already been receiving a lot of messages as I was pulling and laying out the cards, and from what I'm gathering, more than likely this is somebody returning to your life, and the next time you see them might be the first time you've spoken to them in quite some time. So let's unpack that for you. We have the empty room, agape, and the dead end. We also have sublimation, summer, Jupiter, zebra, and lamb, okay? So for bits of confirmation, we have air sign and fire sign energies. The summer season could be significant here. Jupiter placements could be important. And I'm also noticing a lot of dark and muted colors coming through in most of these up here, at least this section. Okay, so this person may like to wear dark colored clothing, like t-shirts I just heard, maybe dark colored pants or jeans. And I think that's all I'm getting for you guys so far today. Holly's climbing in a paper bag right now. Anyway, so I think this is going to take you by surprise when you see this person, because it's not something that's pre-planned. I don't think there's going to be any communication between the two of you before this sort of just happens. In fact, I think it's going to come about in the most unexpected way possible. This is going to end up being a really specific reading, so I just want to be crystal clear about that before we continue onward. It's not going to resonate with everyone, and that's a-okay. Like I said earlier, you're welcome to check out a different reading if you feel drawn to me as a reader, but this just does not resonate, okay? I think you're going to meet this person when you're on some kind of a trip or a vacation. Like you'll be traveling. This could be by car, train, plane. You might be in a different state or country. It could even be that you're like in a town over. You could go, run some errands in a town over and bump into this person while you're on the go. But it's happening very unexpectedly. And I think that this is a connection you have felt is already said and done. Like you've already grieved the connection, you've already let it go. Maybe years or months have passed by and you really just felt in your gut that it was over. You didn't plan on talking to this person again. Maybe they didn't plan on speaking to you again. It was all kind of said and done. You thought that you had reached a dead end here with them. Like it was over. And when you meet this person, it's really going to take both of you by surprise. I'm quite curious to see what's going to come out for them in the tarot. We're going to do that next, by the way. But right now I want to finish getting the scene and the energies out for you. This is a person where I feel like you still love each other. Both of you have this resonance of love towards one another, but you've both accepted that the connection is done in the 3D, right? So this could be an ex of yours or an ex situationship, or maybe like an ex friendship or something like that, where this person and you have both sort of mutually accepted that The season has passed, the connection is done in the 3D, but you don't have any sort of ill will towards each other. There's not these lingering bits of resentment. You might feel like you've already gotten closure, or maybe the two of you actually gave each other closure before parting ways. Yet you both have accepted the fact that you're probably done talking in this lifetime, and that's okay. Again, you wish each other good things, but you have really come to the conclusion that the connection is over. Like, both of you have accepted that fact, okay? So meeting them again, running into them again, bumping into them is going to take you by surprise. I just heard shopping, so you might be out shopping, or again, you could be traveling. This could happen at an airport or a train station. You're going to sort of bump into each other. Now, here's where things get interesting. I feel like after this run-in, this unexpected bumping into each other, you're actually going to sit down and talk for a little while. The very first card we had coming out was the empty room. And I received messages from this right away before anything else came out here for us. And what that was alone time, solo time. So the interesting thing here is that I think you're going to run into this person. Probably there will be other people around, maybe not, but more than likely you're bumping into them in a public space. There will be other people present, and the two of you are going to mutually decide that, you know, maybe it's time you have another conversation. You follow up later. You might decide to, you know, go to a more private space where you can talk one-on-one, or you may even set up a meeting with one another at a different time where you can spend some quality time alone to chat again. Now, whether or not this is going to evolve into something more, like the two of you are going to pursue something romantic or get back together, I can't say for sure. We're going to, you know, hop into the tarot momentarily. We'll see how this person is feeling during this interaction. But regardless of the reason why you want to hash things out and talk together more privately at a later date, I feel like, oh, I forgot what I was saying. I lost that train of thought. I'm sorry, you guys. Anyway, you're both feeling like maybe there is more to unpack here, whether there's romantic intention or not behind this. You're choosing to spark something up again, maybe even just for one more talk or one more round, okay? You have both grown a lot since the last time you've seen each other, okay? And that's going to be very evident and very clear right from the get-go. This person might be wearing fancy clothes, I heard. They might be dressed really nicely. Maybe they've gotten a promotion at work, or they got a new car, or could even be that they've moved into a different home or a bigger home or something. But very, very quickly, you're going to just know in your gut that they have been blessed and that a lot has changed since the last time you spoke to them, and vice versa. They're going to observe this within you too. You might be wearing nice clothes. You might be in a nice new car. You might just be carrying yourself with this aura of feeling abundant. Like, even if you haven't had income changes or, you know, financial luck and abundance come your way, your energy is just going to give off that vibe of feeling blessed and living your best life. And it's going to be really obvious to both of you that so much has changed since the last time you've seen each other. And honestly, that might be the reason behind why you're going to want to like meet up again and have another conversation, because you see how much each other has grown, and maybe you just want to catch up and touch base because it's been a while. Because remember, there's no animosity between you two. You're both, you know, wishing the best for each other. There's still love there. You had accepted you probably won't talk again in this lifetime, but it's not like you wish anything bad on the other. And so bumping into each other, seeing how blessed you both are, might just spark up your curiosity and make you want to reconnect and see what's changed since the last time you two spoke. So I'm curious. I want to be a bit nosy and hop into the tarot now to see what this person is going to be thinking and feeling. I'm going to try to refer to them as this person instead of your person, but you can just flip the script if I misspeak, because I don't think they're like your specific person, because it seems like you've accepted the end of this connection and you're feeling pretty good about it. But I was going to say to each his tone, so whatever it is for you. But Let's get into the tarot now. We'll see how this person will be feeling, what they'll be thinking when you bump into each other. Okay, so we have the Death card. We also have the Ace of Wands. Interesting. Scorpio energy is present, so they could have Scorpio placements, or you could. Maybe this is going to happen during Scorpio season. We also have Capricorn with the Devil. And then, hold on, what was that card? Please tell me it did not. Okay, good. I was going to say that it didn't slide underneath furniture. Okay, the Five of Pentacles. Gotcha. Someone in this connection was in some kind of debt, or they were struggling financially the last time you were speaking. So that could have been you or them or both of you. There was some kind of financial issue going on for one of you the last time you were speaking to each other. And again, there's something coming through about being financially blessed. So like, for example, let's say you were struggling financially the last time you were speaking to this person. Maybe you have gotten a big job promotion, or you're doing quite well for yourself now financially. They will see that right away. They're going to observe this right away. Or vice versa, if it was this person to you, maybe they were, I just heard down in the dumps. Maybe they were down in the dumps financially. And now when you see them, like, they're doing really good. They just have this glow to them. It's piquing your curiosity. Maybe it was both of you. I don't know, but there's something about financial changes coming through, and you're going to be able to see that right away when you bump into each other. Your person's going to be thinking about that a lot, because this whole spread is about their thoughts and feelings. Yes, Wally. Hello. So we have Death, the Ace of Wands, the Devil, Five of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, Wally, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords, okay? So it seems to me like you are going to be catching up with this person a little bit when you bump into them, but the conversation is probably not going to last for too long. Again, because I keep getting like this almost like shopping center, grocery store, airport, like busy type of place with a lot of commotion. There's noise going on in the background, and I'm seeing a white floor, like a white tile floor you would see at like an airport or a grocery store or something. So I think that you and this person are going to briefly, you know, catch up, touch base with each other, but there's so much going on around you in this place that you're going to say, hey, you know what, maybe let's catch up a different time. Or, hey, I need to go, you know, run to this store next. I don't really have time right now. How about we catch up sometime next week? You know, something like that. Your person might also be the one to initiate this. This person could be with the ace. Hold on a second. Wally is distracting me. Wally, we're going to have to go in the other room for right now, buddy. I'm sorry. Thank you. We'll hang out in a little bit, okay? Sir? Sorry about that, you guys. If you are a member of the channel, if you've been here for a while, you know the drill. And now he's playing with his mouse toy that's attached to the door. So we're going to hear the scratching. Anyway, yeah, this person's kind of going to be in awe of your changes, and they're going to be seeing you a lot differently. I definitely feel like you have been blessed in some way, whether that's financially or just your energy is going to be glowing. You're giving off this like rich inside and out type of vibe. I can't really explain it. I just saw gold and I heard gold really clearly. So that could even be your aura. Like, just the energy you're giving off is like you are blessed, you are healthy, you are healed, you are living your best life, you're doing fabulous. And this person is going to become really curious about you because of that. Maybe you weren't doing so well the last time they spoke to you, or maybe when you catch up a little bit, you're gonna, you know, drop the ball and say, hey, you know what? I moved to a different country a year ago. Or, hey, I'm doing this crazy thing over here now. And they're just gonna be so curious about you and what's going on in your life. You may have moved or traveled a lot since the last time you've spoken to them with the Six of Swords. So maybe you moved homes. You could have bought a home, moved locations. It could be that you've been traveling a lot too. For some reason, I don't think you and this person have any access to each other's social media, because it feels like this is all taking you both by surprise. Like you haven't been stalking each other's profiles, you aren't in communication, you're not in regular contact with them, you probably don't have any mutual acquaintances that are like filling you in on each other's lives. This is taking you both by surprise, which is part of why you want to take a step back and catch up later on, because it's new and it took you by surprise, and your person as well. But it's a good surprise and they're happy for you. In fact, they keep giving this energy off of like you were not doing so well the last time they saw you. Maybe you were still bound by some chains, you had bad habits or patterns, or you still had healing left to do. And now you're over here living your best life. You're happy, you're abundant, you're feeling free, you are so blessed, things are going well for you. And basically their thoughts are they want to know more. They want to know how this came about. They want to know what you've been up to all of these months or years since they saw you last. So let's get more information out. Let's get a little bit more info. I want to see, what's going to come after this initial interaction. Are you going to end up getting together and having another meetup and conversation, or what's going to happen here in the future between the two of you? Okay, so we have the Hierophant. We also have the Page of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. Oh, gotcha. Okay. We also have the Knight of Swords. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. We had a couple cards flip away. They weren't face up though, so I'm gonna reshuffle and maybe get one more card out for us. Yes, Wally, I will give you attention in a minute, sir. It's like, why did you put me in here, Mom? I was trying to talk to everyone. Hello? Okay. All right, so let's read the lineup to you. We have Judgment, the Hierophant, the Page of Wands, the Three of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Okay. So I'm seeing one main possibility. There's also a side note. So let's talk about the main message first, and then I'm going to have a couple more tidbits of information for you as well. So I do see the two of you deciding to have another conversation with one another. You're definitely going to do that. It might be over the phone. I just heard it might not be an in-person conversation. For some of you it will be though, like you might choose to go get coffee with them. I'm not seeing any type of like super private conversation like we did in the first spread. I think maybe both of you will want to do that, but there could be a reason why you're not choosing to do that. Like you're not going to meet up at each other's houses or anything. You might choose to go get dinner or coffee and like sit in the back of the restaurant or somewhere where you have a little bit more privacy to talk. Or again, it could be like a phone call, FaceTime, something like that where you're talking one-on-one. But I don't see it being like a super, super private setting for some reason. I'm just going to jump into it. I think part of that could be because maybe one of you is in another relationship and you're not trying to breach boundaries because you're not trying to like have any type of infidelity or cheating occur. Maybe you just want to catch up as friends, but you're like, okay, we're not going to breach boundaries. Yeah, we can have a phone call, or yeah, we can go grab coffee, but definitely not going to meet up at each other's places. If neither of you is currently in another relationship, it could just be that, it's been a while since you've talked. You're not really comfortable inviting each other over to your houses. You're like, okay, I do want to reconnect with you as a friend. That's all it's going to be right now. So let's keep things light. Let's not add pressure or heaviness to the situation, because there is like an undertone of friendship behind this. I'm not saying neither one of you might be interested in the other romantically at some point, but during this second interaction, that's not your goal. You're not like just, rushing in to be in a relationship or get back together with them. You want to get to know each other genuinely from like a friendship standpoint, okay? Now there could be undertones of romantic energy exchanged between the two of you. Like you both might be interested in that, but you're not necessarily approaching it right from the get-go. You're just trying to get to know one another. I definitely see that conversation happening. And for some of you, it could be that after this next talk, you might start entertaining the idea of talking more often, maybe leading in a romantic direction. But I don't think that's going to be for everyone. In fact, I think maybe the reason this was divinely timed for you to happen is because there's some kind of lesson that's going to be solidified from this conversation. You know, seeing how far you both have come since the separation is really going to like lock in the lessons you have both learned separately from this. You might even see some evidence come through, like if you've had dreams about this person, or if they've had dreams about you, or some sort of divine communication or downloads. You might even get some sort of evidence of that, proof that it was real and that it was actually happening, just to confirm your own intuition and help you on your own spiritual path, you or your person. But I really see this going in a lot of different directions, and it's going to be different for everyone watching right now because this is a collective reading. Some of you are, you know, getting together. You're going to stay friends. You're going to stay casual acquaintances, you know, catch up every once in a while. Some of you, it's like this person's just coming back in one last time to lock in those lessons. And for others of you, you know, this friendship is going to grow into something romantic. And down the road, like you're coming back together and it's going to blossom and grow into something more as time goes on. So really, I'm loving it. So far, it seems like a really positive interaction. Like you didn't expect this, you weren't asking for it, but you're definitely not disappointed when it comes in for you. So let's do tiles and charms first, and then we'll do some channeled messages after this. I want to get you out some bonus confirmation in case you're still not sure who this person is. I'm going to get started with the Astro dice here. I'm going to roll it 3 times and I'll get specific zodiac placements out for you. Could be in your chart or your person's chart, could also be a timeline, okay? So if you want to grab a pen and paper, take notes, you're welcome to pause the reading. Okay, so we have Capricorn, Jupiter, and Saturn. Capricorn, Jupiter, and Saturn. Oh, okay. Well, that was unintentional. I'll grab that real quick. Hold on, you guys. It is North Node. So we have Aquarius, Neptune, and North Node. We have Aquarius, South Node, and Sun. Okay, so Aquarius energy could be important here. You might be reconnecting with them during Aquarius season as well. That was more charms than I planned on, but okay. Let's get out some tiles as well. Okay, what are these first two? We have an H and we have an M. Okay, H&M, you might bump into them at H&M, like the store. We also have a U, G, L, N, Y, and E coming out here, okay? Somebody's name could be Mel or Melanie, Nell or Nellie. That's all I'm seeing. We have 2 crosses, okay? So one or both of you could be Christian or be religious. We have 2 like sweet treats coming out here. So we have a gingerbread man and we have a lollipop. So it could even be like you'll bump into them while you're enjoying like a treat, like maybe at a coffee shop or a candy store or a mall. Yeah, for some of you, I'm getting the energy of being like at a mall. Like you might bump into them at the food court or something like that. We have a cycle coming to a close here. It's a white circle. This reminds me of the crown chakra. So again, it's like you're going to be getting confirmation about something when you bump into this person. Like you might have a vision about them first before it happens, or vice versa. They might have a vision or some kind of a download about you before this happens, and you're going to be getting confirmation about that when you bump into each other. We also have a dolphin, okay? So it's going to be a happy interaction. It's going to be playful, joyous. There's not heavy energy. It's not feeling, I just heard restrictive. You're not feeling stressed out or pressured. Like, it feels really good bumping into them. It's a happy surprise. Unexpected, unintended, but happy nonetheless. So, okay. Let's pop these on in there and get out some channeled messages for you now. Bear with me. Oh yeah, I didn't do any song bracelets. I'll have to do that in a minute, you guys, after we're done with the channeled messages. Okay, I'm becoming a better person. Yeah, and I think this person's going to be talking to you about that. Like, again, when you reconnect with each other, they're going to want to tell you what's changed, how they've leveled up, what's going on in their life. Like, they're going to be open about their achievements, their accomplishments, and the positive things that have happened to them since you last spoke. Okay. I wonder if you're happy without me, and I want to be more than friends. Okay. So, remember, these are channeled messages that they might directly say to you. They might also keep it to themselves. So they might say some of these things to you. They might also like want to say it, but not come out and say it. So for some of you out there, yeah, they want to be more than friends. They do have romantic interest in you, and they might not tell you that right away, but they might want to try to become friends and see how things evolve over time goes on. Maybe you were just friends in the past, and they're going to want to make it clear that, you know, running into you, they're romantically interested in you. I wonder if you're happy without me. You know, they're going to want to see how you've been since you cut contact with each other. They're going to want to catch up with you. They might even have something to make amends with, because we have, I hope that you can forgive me one day. They might have to apologize to you for something, or they might have something they want your forgiveness on to talk to you about. I just don't feel like the story is over between you two. Like, this is why you're gonna have like a second meetup, because like you didn't expect to run into each other, and you just don't have enough time to sit and talk and reconnect in that moment. So you're like, okay, well, it's been a while, let's catch up another time. They definitely have a lot on their mind, and I keep getting like the energy of a mall or a busy place, something about having like a white floor. There are other people around. Like, I'm hearing like, you know, muffled chatter in the background. So yeah, somebody's on the go here. It's in a busy place. You're just not able to reconnect at that time. This person's very inspired by you. They're very impressed about how far you've come and how much you've changed since you were last speaking. We have you make me smile. You're my angel. You're so magnificent. You're my muse and trust. Okay, so yeah, this person is like, and you've helped me in so many ways. We're going to leave it there. Also, wait, back of the deck is, do you feel it too? Yeah, I think there's going to be a bit of a spark. You know, I don't think either one of you are just going to want to rush into things, but it's like you're going to feel that spark ignite again. And you're going to be curious about each other and want to know more. Not rush into anything, but maybe reconnect a little bit. I just heard the word inspiration come through again. So maybe you both have been an inspiration for each other to change behind the scenes. And that's going to be clear when you reconnect as well. So. Okay, guys, let's get into your personal messages now. These are meant to be just for you. It doesn't have to relate to this connection at all whatsoever. If it does, that is just fine, but my intention is that this is meant to be for you. So if you need a moment to grab a glass of water or focus on recentering your focus and energy, you're welcome to pause the reading if you would like. Your first message is, I inhibit no one. We each create our own reality. As you find vibrational harmony with your desires, you are never inhibiting or preventing anyone else from living what they are creating, but you are controlling and creating your own reality. Okay. And then, hold on, let me put this card back, you guys. This is your affirmation of the day. I invite you to affirm it with me by commenting it down below. Also, if the readings resonated, don't forget to hit the like button, and I'd love it if you'd subscribe and join our beautiful community over here. Today, I am mindful. Today, I know deep in my heart and soul that happiness and self-worth are within me. Lovely. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. And until next time, bye for now.